Hello, everybody, and welcome to another round of Dungeons and Dragons. You're not, though. That's the bit. You're not muted. I lied. You were muted actually for a second. I forgot to unmute you.
That's great. I am also here.
Welcome back, everybody. Hello. It has been, as Rob would always say, forever.
But it was forever.
It was, in fact, forever. But you know what? It's I feel the heart has grown fonder during our time in passing. And honestly, with all of you wonderful and lovely people here, let's just go to the RP screen. We don't need that screen right now. We can just have this one. It seems that you've all missed us as well. And you know what? That warms the cockles of my heart. Yeah. As you can see, we have some new stuff. We have some new character portraits. We have some new ways the character portraits act when the wonderful people are talking. We were throwing around the ideas of using webcams, but I didn't want to make anybody feel like they had to use webcams or anything like that. So I did a workaround and I made it look like now that their people talk when they talk. So here, you know, we're doing what we can. It absolutely breaks the stream. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. You guys are singing because I totally forgot to put Discord on that page. We're doing it live, everybody. Yeah.
Can't hear any of
that. No.
Saves me.
Wow. I'm professionals, everybody. I'm sorry.
Okay, we're fucking done.
I work hard.
Tonight's session is canceled. We're done.
That ex-con's seal of perfection that you expect.
Plague, here's the thing. I try to be professional, but I can't do any of this stuff when they're not here. Like when they're not here, I can't test this. Well, I can't see.
Plague has no room to talk. We're allowed to be unprofessional whenever the fuck we want.
You know what?
We're allowed to be professional whenever we choose. This is like, nobody's paying us, right? That means we get to be slapdicks all the time.
My best.
You can blame me,
so,
and I will touch you with a spoon.
Welcome back, all of my wonderful, wonderful players, and all of you beautiful and fantastic viewers who come for some reason here week after week. But
I know why I come here.
Yeah. And we're officially back, everyone.
We missed this so much, y'all.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Rob, say the word.
I'm not a monkey.
You don't get it if you ask. Say the inaugural word.
Can't be done.
No, we don't do that one anymore.
Can I just say, I just want to toot my own fucking horn. God, these gifts turned out so good.
They look really good.
They're really neat. I like them a lot.
I like them. They're cool.
I like them a lot.
I like them a lot.
Thank you, Ray, for D&D. I worked very hard on this. Actually, and I need it because here's the thing: you got to give people credit where credit's due. I need to look him up. This was actually found by a Twitch D&D streamer called Solutions. Where do we got him? I got him on here. Rob, if you don't mind, yeah, if you could look him up and give him a shout out for me, I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, I follow him. I'll see if I can grab him.
Yeah, so I got this from Solutions. I don't know how he did it, but I just like to, instead of asking people for help, I just like to ram my face into the ground and smash it against it until the blood looks like what I want it to work. So I found out a way to make it work. So we're here. Now, here's the thing. You all may see the title and go, Seasons 2? What does this mean? Well, here's the thing. We left on a pretty big cliffhanger at the end of last session. And honestly, things were theorized that were a pretty big turning point for the campaign, I felt. So I think that was actually a good way to wrap up what would be a season. And with any season, when you start a new one, you need to have a recap. We are working on the YouTube channel to, well, someone is, I don't know which one of you are, but someone is making a recap video for the YouTube channel to give a full recap. But I myself wrote up one that I want to give all of you wonderful people, either new, old, people who came in halfway through the campaign, just kind of, and this is, I'm going to have to mute them on Discord because certain people, I'll let them rant after I'm done.
The fuck you mean certain people? How? I have a name. You also said I wasn't beautiful earlier. This is
what? Shit.
So I'll let them interrupt afterwards, but I'm going to get through this recap the best I can. But this is going to be. You can't interrupt me. I'm going to mute you. Yeah.
So we are going to be amongst ourselves providing commentary.
Yes. Yeah.
100%, and I know this.
Will hear us.
So, with that, I'm gonna mute them because I can't hear them either. If I hear them, they're gonna fuck with me so bad on this one. So everybody, say goodbye to these wonderful players as I talk for a little bit. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Everybody, recap of season 1. Start of the campaign. The story begins with a group of adventurers hired by an elderly wizard named Durant Finn. He sought to embark on one final expedition to locate the fabled towers of lost magic. Their journey commenced at a crossroads, waiting for an associate of Durant to deliver a first edition of a rare book called The Children of Padilla, a book Durant claimed would guide them in their quest. Unfortunately, the associate had misplaced the book in the previous town, leaving the group with the daunting task of reclaiming it from those who had stolen it. Their path led them down to the town of Corston, where they were encountered a strange ritual that opened a rift between realms. The encounter resulted in an intense battle with elusive gray creatures that they'd never seen before. After successfully closing the portal, they escaped the burning building where the ritual had taken place, continuing their journey with more questions than answers. After they investigated Corston, they uncovered a nefarious plot involving a bandit group called the Blood Barons, who drugged travelers and replaced their valuables with counterfeit goods. Following various leads, they met a ranger named Reyna, who had also fallen victim to the Blood Barons. Her prized arrowhead necklace, a gift from her mother, had been stolen. Together, they launched an assault on a windmill outside of town, identified as the bandits' hideout. In a victorious showdown, they defeated the Blood Barons and retrieved the book, The Children of Padilla. However, a sorcerer leading the gang, named Thamar, managed to escape. After that, they were tasked with escorting one of the surviving bandits, named Deanne de Grey. Also, as well, to deliver a letter to a guard captain in the capital of Shawgarden asking for aid for the town of Corston. During their travels, they ventured through the fate-touched forest of Forwin, encountering a myriad of enchanted and bizarre beings. Among them was Arrow Darkfoot, a potion seller who offered them powerful potions in exchange for a seemingly trivial trade, a change of places. This particular arrangement transformed Craig, the group's half-orc member, into a being neither orc nor entirely fey. Unfortunately, once they attempted to exit the forest, they discovered that Craig could not leave its confines, while Arrow reveled in the newfound freedom from captivity. After overcoming various trials, the group struck a bargain with the forest guardian, promising her future assistance in exchange for Craig's release. While waiting in the port town of Dern, they encountered Arrow once more, now under a new identity and appearance. However, their reunion was proved bittersweet as Craig quickly realized that Arrow was one not to be challenged but rather evaded. After fond farewell to their former foe turned friend, and now known as Jeff, they journeyed to Shawgarden via ferry and eagle. Upon arrival in Shawgarden, and while anticipating Durant's arrival, they found themselves embroiled in numerous encounters. Their escapades ranged from entering the Book of the Children of Padilla, engaging in a brawl with a dragon, joining an ancient school, assisting a casino owner and collecting dirt on nobles, raiding a drug den, getting into a bar fight, retrieving Reyna's necklace, and crossing paths with an enigmatic Night King. They worked for him for a while, and then also met an inventor named Simon. They also inadvertently caused the demise of Simon. They taunted an ominous magical user and robbed the house of a nobleman. Additionally, they discovered that a half-dead man named Farron in a coffin, on his way to be seemingly auctioned off. By the time Durant finally arrived, the group had forged many alliances and some rivalries within Shawgarden. With Durant came a new companion, a fire genasi named Roshan, eager to explore the world beyond his father's shadow. They planned to sail to the first school of the Infernal Prophets, but right before the departure, they were ambushed at the docks. With teamwork and a bit of luck, they managed to escape, though their companion Reyna was banished during the chaos, lost to the snow-laden expanse of the Fey Realm. Upon arriving in the eastern continent, the party parted ways with Durant, who would divert the attackers away from them as they ventured deeper into the towers. After bidding farewell, the group set their sights on the first tower, located in a perilous swamp. Upon reaching their destination, they encountered a guardian troll, who permitted them entry. Gotta get up there. Yep. Inside the tower, they faced numerous challenges and met a program projection of the head of the School of Shadows and Conjuration. What seemed to be a drow or elven figure named Talrin Sirier. She bestowed upon Farron new abilities tied to the school, including the chance to summon Reyna back from the Fey Realm. Though she appeared to have aged significantly during her absence, at Roshan's urging, the group next traveled to the far north, looking for another school. There they learned that the location they thought was only accessible through a rift that appeared every 90 days, coinciding with the appearance of the Tulamine moon. They chose to rest and befriend the locals while awaiting the moon's rise. Once the time arrived, they traversed the portal, finding themselves in the Fey Realm, much to Reyna's dismay, as this section was ruled by her grandmother, from whom she had once been trapped. Navigating the dangers posed by hags and creatures dispatched by Reyna's grandmother, the party, aided by new allies, made their way to the ancient city caught in a time loop. There they encountered an elf named Kyla, who was searching for clues to a relic that could save her people. She agreed to assist the party in exchange for their help in this quest. The group ventured into the heart of the enigmatic city, uncovering the hidden truths surrounding the fate of the School of Infernal Prophets and the events that led to its downfall. After navigating through the trials, Roshan was bestowed with new abilities by the headmaster named Raiden Oldeth, who also warned them of the resurgence of ancient powers that posed a threat not only to them, but to the world they called home. With the power of Compton, they all teleported back to Shawgarden City, seeking allies to confront the looming danger they had discovered, as well as answers to lingering questions. In this city, they forged tenuous alliances with former adversaries and learned of an encroaching malevolence in the old town of Karain, an issue Compton felt compelled to address before delving deeper into the quest for knowledge. Upon their arrival in Karain, they realized the faceless entities they had encountered long ago had taken residence there, and their old enemy, Thamar, appeared to be significantly evolved in the city's affliction. These chains of events has led to where we start now, the present day, where the group has utilized the artifacts and insights gained through the journey to uncover further mysteries surrounding the Infernal Prophets. Following a critical revelation, Compton began to piece together past occurrences and came to suspect Durant Finn, the man who originally hired them, may in fact be the orchestrator behind both the fall of the School of Infernal Prophets and the present-day calamity that seemed to be unfolding. And with that is a recap of Season 1 and the journey thus far that has led them to where we find them now. I'm going to unmute them because he has pizza in his mouth. Welcome back, everybody.
That ain't gonna fucking stop me. Motherfucker, I got pizza in my mouth. I'll talk anyways.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Listen, we gotta talk about. I gotta mute this thing over here because we couldn't hear you in Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, I preemptively muted it. Had to.
Okay, so you blamed us for Simon's death? How dare?
Yeah.
And I was the only one here that thought that was accurate.
If anything, blame me. Blame Farron.
We don't blame.
Yeah, you can't blame Farron. He also died, so that just feel weird about beating up by beating him up.
A little bit, sure.
Yeah.
Doesn't hold it against him. That's any
Also,
consolation. Sam isn't mad at Farron.
Also, Compton felt compelled to go to Karain because he saw a death tornado in his no eye, and I feel like that's important.
And I also, for reasons that will soon become apparent as we get into the game, Compton dragged us to Karain. Compton wanted to go to Karain. Going to Karain was Compton's choice.
Truth.
This man's bitching about some shit that's not important. Don't listen to him.
It's gonna be so important.
Don't listen to him. Listen to your fearless leader, Farron.
Damn.
Me?
Yeah.
When?
You also left out all this fucking we were doing in the book club.
Yeah.
Not important.
Yeah. I didn't feel it was important to my recap.
It's always necessary to every recap.
Our recap will just be the fucking.
It will indeed.
And what's funny is it'll still be like 7 hours.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Remember
I
that
thought
Fawn
I
guy?
did pretty good.
You
You did
did.
great.
I thought I
You
did pretty good.
Absolutely.
You did very well.
But what are we gonna do now?
Yeah, what now?
What do we do
now?
now?
Literally, what now?
How D&D?
How D&D? How work?
Oh, D&D. I almost
So
forgot
which-
my dice.
Which dice do I roll? Which one?
None of them.
Yeah, you
So-
so, a coin.
It's the sharp one, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Just the sharp one. Yep.
Okay.
I'll hold your hands. I'll guide you all
Caltrops.
on how we get back into the D&D. We'll get there. I promise. It'll be like riding a bike with 3 wheels,
Guys,
so
it's
it's
been
easier.
like 2 months.
With no seat.
It's been 2 months.
It's been
It's
like
been
3
2
months
months.
almost. It feels like
It's been a
At least
solid
a year.
2.5.
It's
I've
been
died
like
since
2.5
then.
months. I
Oh, would
died
you guys listen-
again. Man,
Damn.
that's 87 deaths and counting.
Who's counting really? Not Farron.
Yeah, clearly.
he doesn't know how to count.
Oh,
So-
shit.
Grim's face says, "Shut the fuck up, guys!" And we're like,
Yeah.
It feels like we're all nervous now.
We are, yeah.
So, as the ending of the last session, you all were in Durant's tower. One of you opened up a door that, after going through your trials, you, Farron, and Roshan have both gained keys. Up until this point, they didn't know exactly what they held, what they were used for, but after going back and testing them in the tower to the doors that were in the main entryway of Durant's domain, you found that they opened. And when both of you used your keys, the doors transitioned into what looked like the headmaster's rooms, as you remember them from the schools you gained these keys in. You open them. You realize some information. Compton had a little bit of a mental breakdown. And then you all chose to leave the tower of Durant, proceeding back into Compton's tower, which he had erected. We have to use that word, otherwise I'll be scolded.
My
Back,
erection.
yep, exactly. Back in the camp of their old friend from Corsten, Orsic Avengarth.
We did also destroy a sensor, so we know we were
You did.
observed.
But that is where you all find yourselves at this evening, as none of you have rested. You erected the tower, you all had baths, you all had dinner, and then you all sooner or later gathered together to test out these rooms. What would you all like to do?
We didn't sleep. Why do I remember
We
sleeping?
did.
Nope.
We ended going to sleep.
Yeah.
You ended going. Yeah, you were going to go to sleep. I don't know if your plan was still go to sleep, because it's been a while. You might change your minds.
It's been a while
Going to
since
sleep.
Compton's boned his lady love Raina. So we're
Going
gonna
to sleep.
We're gonna go to sleep.
I just finished having an existential crisis as well.
Yeah, but I mean that's like
Yeah.
the perfect time.
That was the thing. That was the best part about last session, is that everybody got an existential crisis.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's the best way to do it before sundown.
I gotta say real quick, thank you for pointing that out. Now I can't unsee it.
You're welcome.
I'm
Thank
happy
you.
that I wasn't the only one who saw that.
Thank you. All right. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah, so
I'm done here.
Compton definitely, because if I recall correctly, we ended on the astronomy part of the tower.
Yep.
So we're boning under the stars. That's what's happening. Thinking about our imminent demise. Look, guys, when you could die tomorrow, you have sex around people. I've seen an enemy at the gate. I know how this goes. Then we sleep, I think. Maybe. Do
Yeah.
we sleep? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Then we sleep. Maybe.
Well, I'll ask
The
you
rest
all.
y'all gonna do some shit.
And that's the question. Does everybody just head to bed? Because there is one person who made an inquiry before they went to bed.
I feel like it was me. Wasn't it me?
It was indeed you.
I don't remember what it was.
I'm vigorously shaking my head. You're about to be reminded.
Yep.
Roshan's going to sleep far away from whatever the fuck that is. In his bottle, safe, moisturized. None of that.
I don't remember what it was.
Gotta make sure you're moisturized, baby.
Grim, help me, please. Please. I'm begging you. I forgot. Was it what we talked about yesterday?
No, it wasn't.
Shit.
Remember when Grim said everybody's gonna have a pass? He lied.
Yeah. Kyla's going straight to bed, by the way.
Remember, you made an inquiry for something. You said you would do anything. Do you remember now?
Been a while.
Guys, you guys can't see, but my eyes are wide and I'm shaking my head. I don't remember.
I would do anything. I do remember that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too, but I don't remember what it was.
I'm
about.
trying to.
I really should have watched the last 20 minutes of the last. Okay.
I'm going to leave it to Roshan, a.k.a. Splendor, is amazing at remembering wording. You remember this, Splendor?
You said a thing, and you didn't know this, but the FaceTime call was still up, and your BD heard, and he's on his way. You're getting a visit from a dear friend of yours, not of mine. I hate this man so much.
Oh, no.
Daddy Arrow's coming.
Oh no.
But he's also on the way.
Okay.
This is such a episode 1 of season 2 thing to happen.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm still here.
It's like, you remember this guy?
And then you just hit you hit skip recap on Netflix. Sorry.
And the actors are just like, wait, we're here. What's going on? All right. So before we do that, does anybody else? Yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So before we go to that, does anybody else want to do anything before they head to bed?
Bang, that motherfucker did it. We're good.
Yeah.
No.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Far away.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm having a
bilingual
fuck sleep.
highlight. Go fuck yourself.
I'm having a fuck sleep.
Yeah, it's sad,
We're not
sad
worried about the
not-
bots.
It was sad about Farron not joining him, but definitely going to sleep. Gonna be happy in the morning when he hears about this.
So,
Alright.
while we do that, because I Ghost am dumb. While Farron is waiting, he will find a. Are we close to like a wooded area? I don't remember.
Yeah, you guys are just outside of the. You are just on the outskirts of a wooded area, but most of it is dead at this point of where you all are. And Farron, this was a wish you made right when you were falling asleep.
Great. So, Farron will walk a little bit of ways, far but not too far, into the dead wooded area, and
When did you take a shower?
Shush. And he will find a big enough area where it's a clearing, but like probably around maybe some stumps, some dead grass, some flowers, and he will sit crisscross applesauce and stick his hands into the dirt again, because he's done this before, and he will kind of meditate and just feel the nature of what was alive and what it took to kill it. And he'll just sit there in silence for a little while.
Roll me a nature check.
All right. That's a natural 20. So 25.
Ooh.
So as you dig your hands into the dirt and kind of feel around and trying to find any source of life force, you can feel as you resonate with the earth around you, this necrotic energy just oozing and seeping. It's once again, when you were entering into Kurain, you did this actually before on the outskirts on the opposite side of town.
Yes.
And you forced a mushroom to grow.
Mm-hmm.
But you felt like this ichor, this almost pestilence that came with it. But now, instead of something being drawn from the earth into you, you can feel the pestilence in the ground, but you all of a sudden feel that instead of it being drawn into you, you feel a little bit of yourself, something deep within you that resonates with the earth, and you force your energy into the earth, and you start to see like a mushroom here, a mushroom there, little wreaths of moss start to grow, sitting all around you. And that pigmentation, that color that has been with you for a while, ever since you absorbed the shadows of the troll, starts to leave, and you start to see your grayishness of your skin start to come back. And you, as you look down and see your hands, the almost blackish like veins, though not prevalent, you can see them because you're used to them, kind of starting to very slightly peer back within your hands. You feel like whatever residual energy that you got from those shadows, you've been able to transfer into the ground around you.
Farron is honestly a little bit taken aback by what he feels, but he does not stop. He continues, kind of forcefully digging his hands deeper into the dirt.
Okay, roll me a D100.
Great.
You do not want to roll below 30%.
That is a 96.
With a 96, as you're sitting there and concentrating, and you're trying to push out that residual energy, trying to understand what the death is that you're feeling, the pestilence, you all of a sudden you push, and as you said, you try and push it further, but you can feel the energy from what you've absorbed has completely at this point pushed out from you. But as you're trying to find, like, are you trying to find more energy inside of you to continue this process?
Yes.
As you reach in deep, trying to find some type of energy, just something that could help you push through, you feel like you're on the cusp of something. You all start to feel deep in your chest and around your stomach area, a gurgling, a swirling, and you hear in the back of your mind, but you can feel an energy there, untapped. Do you try to tap into it?
Farron thinks, but yes, Farron will tap into it.
And as you tell it to shut up, it doesn't. But you go quiet. You feel like your throat is being choked. Those last words of telling it to shut up stuck, almost as it's now pushing against you, as you've reached deep into it and you feel this entity writhing inside of you. You can feel it deep in your throat. You can start to feel as out of your mouth these strains of almost shadow ichor kind of roll down your throat, outside of your body like tendrils. And involuntarily, your form of the spores starts to grow. But unlike before, you don't understand these mushrooms. These aren't ones that you've seen before. They're vibrance of grays and blacks, unknown formations of fungus that you've never seen. But as they spread throughout your body, growing here and there, not taking the full form of your almost monstrous like entity, but more of a second skin, an overlay of what your form is, making you look just rotten to the core. You start to push out, and where the mushrooms that you were growing now start to warp and shift. The moss starts to grow black blades of grass, which is monochrome. And as you're standing there pushing out, and it starts to just push out rapidly, growing, twisting up the trees around you, forming them to ones that almost more reminds you of the Fey realm that you were once in. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is a 29.
You can feel the entity pushing up inside of your mind, trying to do whatever it's doing, not following your commands of what you're trying to achieve, but what it's trying to achieve, using your body as its conduit. But you push it down, you finally can finish the up as you're telling it to be quiet, and you can feel it start to push back. And you regain control, but you're keeping this form. And you start to see that this new form of nature that you're growing is spreading rapidly.
Can you tell me real quick how it feels? Does it feel like... How do I want to put this? Like negative? Does it feel negative to me, to Farron? Or do I feel like power?
Negative is not the word I would use. It feels foreign, would be the best way I could put it. Okay. Not something that you fully understand or feel like you can control.
Okay. Can I tap into, instead of keeping his hands in the dirt, still feeling, but also keeping ears out for any kind of animals, footsteps coming close, anything out of the ordinary that will alert Farron?
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
That is a 16.
With a 16, you're listening closely, and at first you don't hear anything. But after a while, you remember what you said before you left the tower to go on this excursion, that you were just needing assistance. And you start to hear a slow... As out of where these shadow woods start to grow, you start to see a figure appear. One you remember from a time back when you really didn't have many options. One could say when you were at death's door.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let me get him up. Where is he? Show me him. There he is.
Show me the money.
Taking his one form, you see this man come walking out of the woods, clapping his hands at you. Greetings. Well, isn't it my old companion? Farron, how are you doing, old friend? Sorry, the smell of desperation just wafted my nostrils, and I couldn't help but just feel the need to come and stop by. And What a pleasant surprise. I see that my little child is growing up healthy, growing wonderfully strong, and seems that using you to help it grow was the best decision I could have possibly done. Look at this. And he runs his hands across the trees that have warped into almost like shadow-like entities. The bark's monochrome grays and black, but as he runs them up across, it doesn't look like the standard bark of a tree, but almost crystalline. And the grass, he runs his hands through, runs his foot through it, kind of kicking it, and you see a shard almost cracks like glass. Yes, yes. I've heard wonderful things about you. What are you called in this realm? Druids? That's it, right?
Yes.
Well, I didn't know if it would work. I didn't know if it would succeed in what I was hoping to achieve, but you're doing a wonderful job, Farron. I couldn't have asked of any more, but how did you like it? How was it when you two resonated together?
You tricked me.
After all this time, tricked you. We made a bargain and you fully agreed to it. A trick would assume that I did not share all the details, that I was less than truthful.
You didn't tell me about this. And he'll gesture to his stomach.
Oh. Farron, did you ever even ask?
He'll be silent.
See, that's the problem. Everyone wants to blame the person when they've made a choice that they felt they regret. But we're here. We're friends. You are one of my associates, my cohorts. I want nothing but the best for you, Farron. Really, I do. You're growing. I love what you have going on here. This whole ensemble. If anything, you've grown into just an absolutely fantastic looking individual. So please, let's not ruin this wonderful reunion with accusations. We haven't gotten to that point before, but I'll tell you, people in the past have learned that when taking the wrong tone with me, it doesn't always work out well. But we don't have to worry about that now, do we, Farron?
You talk a lot. What do you want?
What do you want? You're the one who called. I would do anything. That's the magic word to me.
I want this out.
All right, okay, all right. It has been growing very well.
At no cost of my life or my friends.
Oh, so you want something for nothing, is what you're saying. So you wanted a deal when you were desperate, and now that you're powerful, you just don't want this deal anymore. Is that it? Just feel you've outgrown me?
No. I just don't want this inside of me anymore.
Oh, interesting. So what you're saying is you want to do a new deal.
Again, no cost to my life or my friends.
Now, what do you mean by life? As in, you won't die?
I stay alive.
Oh, is that the stipulation? Between life and the death, there's so much fun in between. How much is it worth to you to have this little friend and all these wonderful things you could accomplish? Honestly, I think you two should stay together longer. But what do you have to offer? Gods. No, Farron, I'm not a god. I'm just a simple.
Do you want to be a
maker.
god?
Oh, God. Why would I want to be a god? Gods. Ugh. All they care about is themselves, honestly. I love. I've seen much of this world since I've been let free. I have to say, I love it here. You entities of this area are just so ravenous. Honestly, it's fantastic. So no, I don't want to be a god. Gods are petty. Gods, they only care about themselves. I want to give. If anything, I want to be loved. So no, I don't want to be a god. I don't want to be worshipped. If anything, I want to be a champion of the people. That's here nor there. That's a whole, well, you can almost say that's a world away at this point, where I am. Come visit sometime. But that's neither here nor there. What do you want, Farron, to have this, I thought, gift out of you?
Said I wanted it out. I didn't say gone. Are you able to give it a new form?
Interesting. Interesting. Now, when you say new form, does it always have to be away from you? Because honestly, it's been growing so well using you as its host. I feel that if it has no longer a connection to you, that its development just won't be as progressive. Unless you feed it, of course.
Of course. I'll feed it. I'll keep it alive. It just won't feed on me.
All right, I'll make you a deal. You no longer want to be its vessel, and I can completely understand that. You've made it go leaps and bounds past the point where I could have even hoped at this point.
Vessel? No. Caretaker? Sure. Because I clearly see that I'm not going to get what I want. Let's meet in the middle.
You've never even stated what you wanted. You just said you wanted it out of you. I have ideas, but you let me know what's your ideas, and we'll see how that goes.
Turn it into my familiar.
Oh.
A crow.
A crow, you say? Familiar. Have you been talking to people?
No.
There are. No, are you sure? You see a little mouse comes and crawls out of his jacket. Banksy. He wants to kind of have the same deal that we do. What do you think? See this little mouse rodent, very well taken care of.
Last time I checked, that thing didn't like me.
No, he doesn't. He gets jealous. Sorry. All right. Familiar, crow. The only problem with a crow is you said you're going to feed it, and if it gets too far away from you, I don't feel it would be able to get the nourishment it needs. Is there anything else you'd want besides a crow?
What do you have in mind?
No, just anything that could stay bound to you very closely. I feel a crow, if he was able to wander away, lost the connection, it just wouldn't work out as well. The growth would stall. I don't like that idea. Could be. I've learned, and people seem to be fond of, what is these things called? Puppies? People seem to like those. Could do a cow. A cow would be funny. Goldfish. You want to? Yeah. It'd be quite awkward, but try to explain. Oh, look, my cow. Who would question a cow, really?
How about a cat?
Oh, a cat? Yes. I.
Just a house cat.
Oh no, I know.
Nothing fancy. Just a house cat.
A house cat, that's fine. I've met many house cats in my time in Stillwater. All over the place, those ones. I think that we could do that. I think that is a fantastic idea.
Can I request a color?
All right.
Black.
As you can see.
Obviously.
Little on the nose there, aren't we, Farron? All right.
Of course.
A black cat.
I do have a type. What can I say?
Trust me, it has a type too. I think that's why you're getting along so swimmingly. All right. Now, do you want to do this? This is fine. So, the deal is, I transform my little friend inside of you into a cat, and you will allow it to still feed off of you from time to time. And you will not bring any harm.
I will not.
No.
I will protect it to the best of my ability.
There we are. Because here's the thing. When I say you will let no harm come to it, it means that you will also make sure that no one else has intentions to harm it. You're its guardian. All right. So,
like I said, familiar. If it loses its life, I can bring it back.
I'm going to warn you. Oh, not a per se. This creature, due to our deal, is bound to you. So if you feel the need to make, how would I say, silly decisions that would cause it to perish, it's bound to your life. So remember that any harm that comes to it may inadvertently leave you a little diminished as well. You're intertwined, you two.
That's okay.
All right. One cat coming up. Do you have anything to bite down on?
He'll grab a petrified branch.
All right. Rubs his hands together. It's a good thing that your shirt is open-chested. Slams his hand through your chest. And you feel these long, slender fingers start to almost like grow out inside of you. All right, little one, where are... Oh, you're deep inside there. And you can feel these hands and fingers starting to elongate throughout your body as you feel like... The creature trying to squirm around, trying to get... No. Come to father. And you feel as it gets pulled out from your chest. And in front of you, you see this long worm now starting to grow out these almost claws with wings attached to them to the body and small little legs in the back. But inside where its head is, you start to see little dots of eyes and just this mouth of nothing but rows of teeth. All right, so you're still with him. He grabs it and starts to push it, and it turns into this black ichor. And as it does, he forms it around, and you start to see it twist, and it's almost like a man playing with clay. And then he throws it down on the ground. Now that rise in this almost cocoon of ichor, all of a sudden you see it spread out and does like that long cat stretch. You see a small, pure black cat with silver eyes appears. As it yawns at you, you see all of a sudden that mouth of teeth, almost circular, still there, but then as it yawns wider, you start to see them turn into normal cat teeth. And that closes its mouth back closed.
Well, aren't you adorable?
Yes.
And Farron will bend down and scoop him up.
As you scoop him up, you see that it turns into the Ichor once again, slides up your arm, almost like the symbiote, and then sits on your shoulder. No, my dear. You are a cat. A cat. Fully and forever. None of that. You only do that if, well, sadly, you perish, okay? Pets the cat. You're a cat. Right, Banksy? Cat. Banksy hisses at the cat. Is that it? You just wanted it out of you? You just wanted to be able to see it? You're quite sick, aren't you?
So it dies, I die, correct?
No. It isn't as crude as that. What do you think? I am a monster? Well, you didn't think I wanted to be a god? He pats you on the shoulder, like laughing and just slapping you. No. If it dies, you won't die, but you will share your life with it. So if it dies, it may have to take a little bit of your life to reform itself. But as long as you live, it lives. If you die, well, it dies, and if you die, it dies. Sad to say, I think our contract would be over. I'd be upset. Well, never mind about that.
Does it have any abilities?
Well, you said you just wanted to be familiar. What are those familiars? Well, you should be able to talk to it, but you're going to have to raise it to understand the human language, I would assume, at this point, as it's just been living in your tum-tum. Other than that...
Can I, speak telepathically to it? Can I look through its eyes? What can I do?
You said you wanted it to be a familiar... You have a lot of sass. I remember someone like that. He was sassy as well. We won't go there. Well, yes, you want to be familiar. Those wizardry types, yes, you can talk to it telepathically. You're going to have to teach it the English language. At this point, try and talk to it.
Farron will reach up towards the cat. Let it smell his hand for a little bit. I'll have to give you a name.
All right. Well, so yes. And you are kind of bonded to it. So I think you could, yes, along with the deal, you should be able to see through its eyes from here time to time as well. But mostly the telepathic. It will only be able to understand you at the moment, though, because of the lack of knowledge. Talking to you back, you're going to have to deal with that. It's a pet. You wanted a pet. You have one. Now you have to raise it.
Of course.
So, thought you wanted something a little bit more. All right. This was disappointing, but look at the progress you're making. Now I do have a thing. One, if you are ever over in my neck of the woods, I'm not going to say exactly where that is right now. Mystery. I like it.
Then we'll know that I'm there then.
Oh, trust me, don't worry. You'll know when you're where I am. It'll be a rousing good party. Well, as you know, where I am, money and death flow as if they are one. A little ominous, but I like to say things like that. I will know if you're near, and trust me, if you're near, I will definitely come and greet you because you are one of my lovely chosen. I think that's all we really need to work on at the moment. If I tell you everything, well, then you're going to actively avoid it. Most people, when I tell them when I want them to do something, they actively, I'll fight against it by not going where I tell them to go. So I'm just going to let you do your thing, and sooner or later, we may just line up. How's that sound?
I'll hold my side of the bargain.
You're doing a wonderfully swimming job. And I've already upheld both of mine, so Really, you're just paying me off. Well, if that's all, Farron. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Oh, I do have one thing. You are still, if I remember correctly, traveling. I can't see them. It's a little bit sticky situation. I used to like watching them. It doesn't work anymore. The one called Reina. You still travel with that one? You do? Wonderful. Tell her. I'm not going to use this name. I'll use the other one, the one that they know about. Well, you can either tell her if she forgot me. It's understandable. Arrow Darkfoot says hello and would like to have a conversation with her. Or if she forgets that name, just tell her Adar Fatuk Row has a business proposition with them. If you didn't know, that is my business name. Look it up.
Okay. I mean, the most I could do is tell her. Doesn't mean she'll want to talk back.
Oh, I didn't ask for you to force her to talk to me. I don't force anybody. Forcing things upon people. That's what gods do. We have fun. It's just so you have a good time, Farron. I'm going to head this direction. You can do whatever you want to do. Good luck with whatever this is. I love it.
One final question.
Yes.
Is Simon okay where he is?
Well, how would I know?
Well, where did you send him?
I didn't send him anywhere.
Where was he sent? Where did he want to go?
I'm confused. Did I do something with this Simon fellow? I don't believe I.
He died with me.
Yes, he died with you, but he never reached out for a deal.
But
most people, when
didn't you ask him?
I did, but he chose no. After that, my deal was done with him. He walked away from me. Strong-willed the one, that one. I would have loved to made a deal with him. One like that, ingenuity beyond the years of this realm, as far as I could tell. It'd been rather useful. No, he chose the way of death. He chose the realm beyond, and I don't have any. Well, I can go there if need be. As you know, I pulled you out of there, but well, when one is fully enthralled, down past the void, he passed over before, and with that, I can't go there. I could go there. I won't go there. There's a fellow down there that I don't much enjoy.
That's fair. I don't want to ask too much of you, after all.
You could never ask. Farron. Ask anyone around. If anything, in this realm, you can ask and just say, and I think everyone will tell you that I am nothing if not fair. So the more you ask, it's just the exchange of it. We just have to even the scales. Adar Fatuk Row, well, I am anything if not fair. You know this. For your life, you help nurturing a life. To get a cat? What? Really, I didn't gain anything. But let's just say you talking to Reina for me repays this kindness. And I'm going to let you know this was a kindness.
I see it as a kindness. I know I owe you a lot. I don't like you. But I am grateful for you.
You say such hurtful things and then such beautiful things. You really keep me on my toes, Farron. Also, like I said, if you could tell Reina, hello, I want to talk to her, that's great. There's also another one there that I know of. Me and him seem to have gotten along swimmingly. Tell Compton I say hi, and I hope we're still deep friends.
Like how deep?
Oh, trust me. We had the time. I'd probably say very deep. But that's neither here nor there. Oh, yeah, 1 second. I'm just wrapping this up. I apologize, Farron. I seem to have other people looking for other things. Deals to make and all of that. I'm an up-and-comer, the deal-making department where I am currently, and I just have to say, I think out of 7, I think I'm a good 6. But that's it. Have a good one, everybody. Farron, I look forward to talking to you in the future. Goodbye. Taps his hands, disappeared.
Farron will look around for him. Clearly he's gone, right?
He poofs, and it's just a cloud of smoke when he claps his hands.
Farron will look up at the cat. What is the cat's reaction to Farron currently?
Currently, almost seems indifferent. Just sitting on your shoulder, minding its own business. But, Farron, you've met cats before. This cat is not catting. Imagine a living thing just sitting on your shoulder with no emotion to it whatsoever. Like, it's just sitting there.
It is the shape of a cat, but it is not a cat.
It is a shape of a cat at this moment in time. It's just standing there. Every once in a while, like, will open its mouth and you'll see like a little, instead of a tongue, you see a little tendril just like come out and just whips around and then goes back in. But other than that, it just kind of sits there. And it does that weird blink, and then instead of both eyes blinking, it does one blink and then another blink, real slow, like that really creepy blink.
Farron will look around. Is the ground different from before?
No,
Arrow came? No.
Well, it's the same as what you made it to be.
Okay. And Farron will make his way back to the tower.
Okay. Was there anything anybody wanted to do? Like, Compton Reyna, we're fucking till they slept. Roshan and Kyla, were you doing anything?
No.
Sorry, I'm not having a good time. That sucked. Roshan's just sleeping. Or he's trying to sleep. Roshan can't sleep. It's such a problem. The problem for me specifically.
Your dad's gonna be so happy about the loss of his position.
So here's the thing. I think my dad loves this guy. I think my dad helps to knock off somebody else.
I don't know what you're talking about.
These assholes on the council. It's the worst.
Oh, great.
I just love that Crag got fucking manhandled by this dude.